So having you lying down in whatever position you're comfortable in. And then you want to make a little room. You want to make sure that the back of the neck feels spacious. So feeling supported, maybe you can put your blanket there. Or just coming to lay down in a way that feels like you're not collapsing the solar plexus. So today we're going to maybe bend the knees even and have the knees kind of together and the feet wide apart. Then we're going to rest the hands just gently on the solar plexus. So it's not an immense weight pressing down. It's just a gentle little reference, a touch. Great. And just allowing yourself a little bit of time now to start transitioning from being more outwardly oriented to noticing and being present to what's happening within. So without any need to change or manipulate the breath, just allowing your awareness to deepen your connection to it. So we'll stay here for a little while. No need to count, no need to keep track of anything. I'll be holding the space for you. And all you need to do right now is to allow yourself more comfort, adjusting as you need. Allowing yourself to feel fully supported along the back body with both arms feeling somewhat even. And then we're going to let that sensation of the breath moving upwards into the hands. Just really let yourself feel that. So as you inhale, the breath is gently making the hands rise a little higher. And then as you exhale, you're noticing that the hands and also the lungs, the belly, just gently releasing the breath. I'm going to do that for about 10 more breaths, just simply allowing this exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide to just happen, just settling into our body's natural rhythm. So the body itself knows how to send oxygen to these trillions of cells in the body. And the body knows when to receive and when to empty out. And even the carbon dioxide, it does help us to kind of neutralize and harmonize the alkalinity within us. So just knowing that everything in our bodies, when we allow it to, it wants to come to equilibrium. It wants to come to a place of balance. So about 5 more breaths like that, just allowing each breath to flow in and out of the body. Naturally in and out of the body. And just allowing the bones to relax, allowing the weight of the body to relax. Letting the back body feel held by the earth. So for the last 3 breaths here, let the weight of the body settle even more towards the earth. Let everything descend and be supported. Great. And then still letting the body simply relax like this, we're going to extend the arms up and interlace the fingers except for the thumb and the index finger. And then all we're doing is we're letting the arms just flow from side to side. So inhale to the center, exhale, drawing the arms across to the other side. So inhaling to the center and exhaling to the other side. Just a few more times like that, noticing which side feels a little bit more easeful, which side feels a little bit more kind of bound. Just noticing. Then whenever you reach or meet some kind of limit that you can sense in your shoulders, on that one side, be extra kind to it. Extra kind. Just explore, not forcing it in any way. Nice. And then we're going to bring the knees a little closer in, so taking the feet away from the floor, knees towards ourselves. And then we're going to let ourselves make some circles now with the arms. So letting the head relax, maybe the head naturally wants to follow these circles, still relaxed against the earth, but just following that movement, just little by little. Great. And then you're going to shift to the other direction. So in your own time. I can hear the weather changing right now outside my house. It was all sunny. And now I can hear the wind just really shifting. Even the window frames. It's interesting. So now that everything changes, so let your body to kind of allow for change right now. So it has been stiff. It has been this way or that way, but just know that it's possible that it could change. Great. And then when that feels complete, come back to center. And we're just going to come into happy baby. So hands onto the outer feet, bend your knees, relax the lower back. And we're going to take some breaths here, just not exerting the arms at all, but allowing the knees to bend and to draw the knees towards the earth. So you feel the backs of the legs kind of feeling like they're gently lengthening, releasing. And if it feels like it's not so gently, modify it a little bit, make it a little more gradual for you. I'm going to stay here for about 10 breaths, just one breath at a time, still noticing your breath through the belly, almost feeling the organs of the belly being massaged by the breath. Even as the hips open, even as the lower back opens, even as the backs of the legs begin to release. So taking a few more breaths like that there, just letting the mind start to relax. Great. And then we're going to take the feet together. And with the soles of the feet touching, hands can either hold the ankles or still hold your feet. You're going to draw the feet a little closer to yourself. So it doesn't have to touch the head, but if it kind of reaches towards that, just let it do that. Just wherever the feet are happy to go today. Knees are still going to move away from each other. Feet are pressing through the inner feet, the heels. Hands are guiding the legs towards yourself. And you're going to take a few more breaths like that. Great. And then we'll come into our twisting. Imagine that you have something between your knees, have cactus arms, and we're just going to drop the knees with the out breath, side to side. So inhale, we'll come to center, and exhale, we'll take the knees to the left. Inhale to the center, exhale the knees to the right. So your own time, helping the arms to press more against the earth as you move the knees side to side, drawing the belly button in towards the spine. Nice and easy. Know that when the nervous system feels at ease, the whole body starts to be more at ease, starts to relax all by itself. So no need to force a stretch here. So a couple more breaths like that, side to side, feeling the side body, breathing into the side body. Great, and then in your own time, bring your knees back to center. And we're going to gently tuck the chin and bring the forehead towards the knees. They don't quite have to meet, just naturally wherever it still feels relaxed, engaging the core just a little bit here. Then we're going to slowly just wave the elbows to the right. So the whole body, that we turn the heart towards the right. We take a few breaths there. Maybe if it feels okay, maybe if there's not much strain, we're going to bring the knees a little closer to the left elbow. So take a few breaths there. Great. And then come back to center. And again, sweep the arms to the left, right elbow towards the knees. And just let yourself gather towards the center, even as you relax the heart to the left. So 2 more breaths here. Great, and then coming back to center, we're going to have the feet hip width apart, and we'll bring the hips up and away from the earth. So pressing down with the feet, you're just going to lift the left shoulder from the floor and slide the left shoulder blade a little more under, and the same thing with the right side. Great, and then letting the feet press into the earth and driving a little more into the shoulders. No strain at all in the neck. We're going to let the backs of the arms gently just reference against the earth to lift the hips a little higher. You're going to take a few breaths there, just allowing the diaphragm to open more here. So breathing to create more space for our breath, and also to open up the front body a little more here, along the front of the pelvis, along the front of the thighs. A few more breaths like that. Feel the back body engaging here. Great, and then exhale, lower the hips. Great, we're gonna do this one more time, and this time when we come up, we're gonna try to interlace the fingers underneath the hips. So inhale, we're gonna bring ourselves higher again, shimmying each shoulder underneath, and then bring the hands towards each other. If they don't quite reach each other today, that's okay. We're just gonna try to gather them more together, and then gather them more together. We're gonna bring them closer, and then we're gonna extend the fingertips towards the heels if the fingers don't touch each other yet. And then if the fingers are clasping, we're going to press the backs of the arms against the earth and draw the hips towards the sky again. We're going to take a few more breaths there. So we're opening up along the collarbones, along all of those tough areas that get connected to the neck, that gets connected to the top of the shoulders. We're just allowing this part here to receive some breath and to open a little more. Great, couple more breaths like that. And then slowly relaxing all the way back down. We're just gonna bring the knees in and hands resting over the knees. Just take a few breaths like that. Just letting your body feel that contrast, that sense of widening, and now just gathering in for a moment, just integrating that. So we're going to do it one more time. When you're ready, we're going to do our bridge and try to bring the hands towards each other again. The feet are like 11s, they're parallel. We're going to draw the hips up, tuck each shoulder under, and interlace the hands. If you had interlaced one way before, you're going to deliberately go maybe a finger up. And then we're going to roll those shoulders back and down even more. Relax the chin, press down with the feet, lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. Still pretend that there's something like a block that we might be squeezing, an invisible block between the knees. So everything is engaged. And breathing into the collarbones. Take a few more breaths like that there. And as much as we can, we're going to try to just relax into this shape. Just letting a little smile float to the face. Letting the eyes still be soft here. If it feels like you're efforting a lot here, effort a little bit less. Great. Get to stay there nice and long so it really permeates. And then we're going to bring the knees in again, hands over the knees. And draw the knees a little closer to the belly. Relax the shoulders. And you can close your eyes here. So just kind of let it all marinate and integrate. Take a few more breaths here. Great, I just found a mute button. Okay, and then when you're ready, from where you are, you're gonna roll towards your right, and we're gonna come back to meet in a child's pose. So it's very indulgent to keep taking these poses that are really good for you and that are really luxurious and easy. I really love that we're letting ourselves do that. So we're going to walk the hands forward to draw the hips back and let the forehead relax towards the earth. And then as you are settling into your child's pose, you're going to let yourself maybe rock the ribs side to side a little bit. So forehead is still on the earth and the ribs are just rocking gently side to side. Then you're going to adjust, maybe walk the hands a little closer towards yourself so that the shoulders, the arm bones are still in the shoulder sockets, not kind of pulled outwards. I'm going to take a little bit more time, just letting the lower back continue to lengthen, to just let the hips draw towards the heels. So we'll take about 5 more beautiful, long, luxurious breaths into the lower back. And as time goes on in this shape, we begin to kind of ease and melt a little more some of that tension around the lower back, around the shoulders. And we also deepen into the breathing, feeling like the diaphragm is a little more free here. Feel the breath moving into the body and out of the body. Great. Let's take a few more breaths like that, just so you are experiencing how with time this pose actually deepens. It's not easy or hard. It's just the experience deepens. Great. And then when you're ready, we're going to come on back and walking the hands to cat and cow. And again, nice and easy, your cat and cow. Inhale, roll the heart up. Exhale, round the back. And just doing that for a little while. And if you feel called to move in other directions, if you feel called to make circles with the hips or to come into a rock and roll cat and cow, just letting yourself do that. Just whatever feels nice for you today. So exploring that for about half a minute, just really letting the breath flow in and out of the body, letting the spine feel nice and long in both directions. Great. And then from there, we're going to transition in your own time towards downward dog. So when you're ready, tucking the toes, draw the hips up, drawing the heels back, and just gently pressing against the earth with all of the fingers. So not so much pressing with your wrists, but your fingers against the earth and drawing the hips back. You're going to bounce on the heels a few times. So just letting yourself lengthen into the backs of the legs here. Let the neck go. And then we're going to let ourselves rock to side, twisting. The more you draw your hips away from the shoulders, the less stress there is on your shoulders. Great, and then from there, you're going to kick the right leg up, coming into three-legged downward dog. We're going to bend and straighten the leg a few times here today. So just explore pushing away through your heel and then bending the knee and opening the hip. Great, and then we're going to bring the right foot forward between the hands, relaxing the shoulders here. And we're going to be in this stance, relaxing the shoulders, pressing down through the back toes, through the ball of the foot, the left foot. And then inhale, we're going to bring the arms up, lengthening up. So bend the front knee a little bit more. And then we'll take eagle arms, right elbow under the left. And intertwine the hands, the arms. Great. And then staying here. Anytime you need to have the back knee against the earth, feel free. But staying here, we're going to bring the elbows up as we breathe in. And then as we exhale, we're going to let ourselves round a little. And continuing like this. Inhale, we're going to draw the elbows up. And exhale, rounding a little. So doing this a few times here, just noticing each time any differences, any changes. You're still drawing the right hip back. So still continually allowing all of that to be in your awareness as you practice here. Great. And then we're going to release the arms. Left hand comes towards the earth. We're going to keep drawing the right hip back and sweep the right fingertips towards the sky. Relax the right shoulder, and I'm going to open the right arm a little further back. So breathing into that. Nice. Relaxing the shoulder blades towards each other. Great. Couple more breaths like that. Nice. And then hands back to the earth. We're going to move into downward dog once again. And take a few breaths there in your downward dog. So deep inhales and exhaling fully, maybe even through the mouth if that feels good. Great. And then releasing the knees towards the earth. We're going to have a little transition here. So you're going to be on the knees here. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. Press the hips forward. And exhale, the hands, you're going to release them behind you. Then we're going to start walking the hands back. Maybe onto your heels. See if that feels okay. If not, you can interlace your hands and kind of draw the hands back. And just lean back a little bit. Yeah. Breathing into this. Take a few breaths here. Continuing to press the hips forward. To draw the shoulder heads back. You can look forward if that feels better. Or you can release the head back. Nice. And then we're going to transition into child's pose for a few breaths. So big toes together. And just letting everything release through your out breath, forehead melting towards the earth. We'll take 3 breaths here. Nice. Hopefully you felt the whole body oxygenate. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, and come back into downward dog. So inhale, drawing the hips up, and exhale, bringing them all the way back again. Then this time we're going to lengthen the left leg away. So press the left heel away, turn open the left hip a little bit. And again, just a little while here, bending the leg and pressing the heel away. So see if you feel anything there that's different today than when you usually do this. Just with that repetition, how does it feel? And then when you're ready, left foot comes forward between the hands. Nice. We're going to relax the shoulders back on the ball of the right foot. And then when you're ready, we're going to sweep the arms up. Bending into the front knee, relaxing into the shoulders, lean the heart back. And then this time, left elbow on top of the right, and we're going to intertwine the arms. So same thing here, elbows are moving forward, tops of the shoulders are moving back. Inhale, we're going to draw the elbows up. And then exhale, you're going to let yourself round a little. I'm going to do this a few more times. I'm going to bring my back foot in a little for balance. And then again, inhale, draw the elbows up. And exhale, round. Noticing what's happening in the shoulders, in the back body as you do this. So 2 more times like that. Inhale, drawing everything up. And exhale, rounding. Last one. Great, and then simply release the arms. Right hand comes towards the earth, and you're going to sweep the left fingertips to the sky. And again, over the next few breaths, relax the shoulders, relax the shoulder blades towards each other, and then turn the left chest a little more towards the sky. Right heel is lengthening away. So take a few more breaths like that. Very nice. And then both hands onto the earth, step the feet together, and then press all the way back. And we're going to release the knees towards the earth. Then we're going to have the right knee towards the right side of the mat. And you want lots of room for the left leg to extend back. So we're going to pulse and pigeon a little bit here. So inhale, we're going to roll the heart up. Exhale, we're going to soften the heart forward. So just a few times like this. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Roll the heart up. And exhale, soften forward. So just allowing the rhythm of this to, again, come to evenness. In and exhale with the movement. Great. Then you're simply going to switch sides. You're going to sit towards the right hip a little bit more. Bend the left knee, and we'll sweep the right leg back. So coming back into pigeon on the left side now. Inhale, we're still going to roll the heart up, relax the shoulders back. Feel all of that front body opening. And then exhale, we're going to strengthen a little as we get the hips to open a bit more here. So continuing like this a few more times, the hips and the shoulders are often connected. So just allowing a little more freedom. Allowing one to help the other to maybe feel a little more easeful. So a few more times like that with your own breath. And notice even as you're moving, there are subtle changes happening. Maybe in the left hip, maybe along the front of the right hip. Great. And then from here, taking a seat towards the left side. Nice. I'm going to extend the legs just in front of us. Nice. Take the fingertips behind you. We'll take staff pose for just a minute here. Press the inner feet forward, outer feet back. Let the elbows draw towards each other and just relax the shoulders back. Let the heart lift a little. Nice. Keep your chin neutral. Let the crown of the head kind of relax and feel a little bit more aligned towards the sky. Nice. Tailbone is drawing down towards the earth. Belly button coming in towards the lower back. Inner legs are pressing towards each other and then towards the earth. Nice. And then gather the elbows towards each other just for a few more breaths. And notice what it's like if you were, let's say, sitting at your desk and you had this posture. Yeah, relax the head back a little bit so the back of the head aligns with the spine. Great. Awesome. And then relax everything. Great. We're going to sit with the right knee under the left. So maybe it will be more this way. Maybe they stack. Just see what it feels like in your body today and adjust accordingly. And if you would like to sit a little higher, if that feels better for this shape, you can bring yourself up a little more using the support under the hips. Great. Then we're going to reach for the belt and whatever strap you might be using. And just nice and easy. So taking it wide enough that it's easy to bring the arms back. Great. And then all we're doing in the beginning, we're just going to inhale, draw the heart up, and then exhale, relax the arms back. So just doing that in both directions. And making it a mindful experience for you. So starting to soften the eyes. And just, you don't have to look at your screen at all. You can just look forward to wherever it's restful for you. Great. We'll take a few more breaths, just simply moving through the shoulder here. Great. Then we're going to bring the arms a little higher. And we're going to turn towards our right side. So you're twisting. You're going to draw your right arm a little further back and down. So the left arm is going to draw up. And then as you twist, you're just simply going to turn the chest a little more to your right. So take a few breaths there. If it feels okay to lean back a little bit with the heart, maybe doing that. Great, and then slowly come back to center. Same thing, we're gonna turn the body to the left now. And then we're gonna let the left arm get a little heavier. So the left arm is gonna draw back, the right shoulder is gonna open back. And again, relax the chin and let the heart lean back a little bit. And just breathing into this. So maybe you can feel wherever the fascia might be a little tighter, maybe you can feel like it's starting to extend a little more there. So soften and breathe. Great. And then coming back to center. Then we're going to bend the elbows, take the arms kind of into cactus, and then we're going to twist again. So twisting to your right. Relaxing both the shoulders. Take a couple of breaths there. And then we'll come through center and turn to the other side. Nice, and then back to center, still holding on to the belt. We're gonna take the arms behind us with the belt. You're gonna hold a little closer. So just kind of twisting a little more belt into the hands. And then again, turn the wrist sides of the hands away from each other. And now we're having the shoulder blades draw towards each other more. So let the shoulder blades squeeze towards each other. Relax the tops of your shoulders. So deliberately let the shoulders kind of soften back and down. The hands are, the the palms are facing out, even as you hold on to the belt. And you're kind of drawing the arms further away from you, even as you draw your belly button in, even as you relax the tops of your shoulders, and as you ground down through your seat and let the crown of the head lengthen to the sky. Couple more breaths like that. Nice. Then we're just going to gently release the belt for now. And if you were seated on something, maybe removing that so that you feel a little more grounded. And either cross-legged or still with the knees stacked on top of each other, just take your time to start folding forward. So whatever feels right for you, maybe the hands are going to walk forward, maybe you're going to fold all the way in, just wherever the hips feel like supporting you in this shape today, wherever you feel is the most supportive way for you to experience this shape. Then we're going to take some breaths here, just allowing the shoulders to relax and just breathing even as we fold over the legs in whatever shape feels best for us today. Great, and then walking your hands back in towards yourself. We're just gonna extend the left leg out and have the right foot against the left thigh. Nice. And then nice and simple, we're just gonna turn the belly towards the left leg and just take your time to slowly fold forward and relax forward. Sometimes it can be nice to have the belt for leverage. If you feel like doing that today, you can take the belt against the left leg. And then again, same thing, as much ease as possible, just drawing towards the leg. We'll take a few more breaths there, just noticing if you can lengthen the front body a little more here. And soften the back body. Great, and then gently release. We're going to bring ourselves back into having the legs crossed. This time the left knee is underneath the right. And again, if it feels nice to sit higher, feel free to take anything under the seat and sit a little higher. Then we're gonna find our belt again. So this is always a good one to do on the days when the shoulders are feeling tense, especially along the tops of the shoulders. We're gonna come into what's called cow face pose. So Gomukhasana, let's begin by drawing the arms to the left first. So we're gonna draw the arms to the left. We're gonna hinge and anchor through the right sit bone a little bit more first. Nice. Relax the top of that right shoulder. You can see it's a visible difference. So if I'm not relaxed, I'm kind of like this, relaxing the top of the right shoulder. And then we're going to bend that right elbow a lot more. Now, if the right elbow bent, you're going to start walking your hand up the belt, your left hand towards the right. And then to wherever they can go, wherever they can connect as much as possible towards each other along the belt. Maybe the hands can clasp, maybe if it's one of those days. And maybe if it's one of those days where the belt is super helpful, just lean the heart back. Wrap the elbows towards the midline. So both elbows are going to wrap towards the midline more. Nice. And then let's relax the top of the right shoulder deliberately here. Nice. And continue to walk the hands towards each other. Nice. Breathe into the belly of the arm muscles. If you can feel anywhere where things are a little bit tight around the elbows, along the muscles, around the arm bones, just breathe into them. So take a few more breaths here together. Make sure the neck doesn't get overly involved. Relax the neck, relax the head back. Great, few more breaths like that. Continue to lean the heart back against the left arm. Awesome, and then gently release. Nice. I'm gonna shake it out. So just shaking out the arms, even letting the shoulders kind of shrug forward and back. And then let yourself twist a little bit side to side, just with the arms gently swinging. Great. And then transition in your own time to extend the right leg this time. Left foot against the right thigh. And if you want to take a belt around the right foot, you can do that. Or just holding onto the right leg. Inhale, we're going to lengthen up through the heart. And exhale. Just folding forward to wherever feels right for you. So breath by breath. Softening with the exhale. Lengthening the front body with the inhale. There's nothing else to have to do. Just let your awareness notice what is happening as you breathe here. Let it have a little time for it to really marinate in, to soak in. Great, and then to release, just gently pressing down through the legs, bringing yourself back. Nice. So we're gonna try another position with the legs, even as we resume our Gomukhasana of the arms. Maybe it's helpful to have something under the hips for this. We're gonna come into hero pose. So what it means is just the knees are going to be together. The feet are going to be kind of wide apart. Technically, we're aiming to sit between the feet, and to have something underneath the seat just gives us that prop that helps us to have the opening without it being too intense. So you can play with it. And as you practice this shape more, you can lower the prop or have a thinner prop. So over time, yeah. Or maybe we want more props. I did this in the beginning with, I think, 3 bolsters. So be luxurious. Use everything you need to use. And then we're gonna, when you're ready, take the arms up, relaxing both the shoulders. Nice. And then again, we're gonna just draw the arms more to the right first so that the left arm comes higher. Relax the left shoulder deliberately. Nice. Then we're gonna bring the arms back, bending the left elbow. And then the right hand is going to start walking up the belt. Nice. I'm just going to show this way too so you can see. And then we're going to keep walking the hands maybe towards each other. The elbows are going to wrap towards the midline. So left elbow comes in towards the nose, right elbow comes in towards the spine. And you're going to soften your shoulders, lean the head back, lean the heart back. So if you're seated in hero like this, Just continuing here, even though it looks static, there's a lot going on. And we're going to breathe into the opening that is happening with each breath. So there's no big hurry. We're going to try our best not to overdo it. Nice. So let's take some breaths here. Eyes soft. Again, just looking forward, soft gaze. Just focusing on your inner experience. And then as you find that it becomes a little more easeful, you can let yourself walk the hands a little closer again. Continuing to feel again in the belly of the upper arm muscles. That opening that's happening as you breathe here, as you let the head lean back here. Nice. Take a few more breaths there. Great. And then in your own time, we're going to let go and release that belt. And then again, shaking through the shoulders, shaking it all out. Twist a little side to side. Letting some of that really have a chance to make its way out and through. Great. Nice. And then let's try something else. We're going to have the palms together like this, but behind your back. So in your own time, again, you're going to start taking the hands towards each other. And then it doesn't matter if the palms fully press against each other or not, just wherever feels possible. Some days are going to be easier than others. And then we're going to keep letting the hands move up and the palms towards each other. Let the elbows draw away from each other, relaxing the shoulders again. So the technical term for this is reverse namaste. So reverse namaste, a little bit painful sometimes, so don't overdo it again. Breathing into this. Nice. And then in your reverse namaste, or if you choose another shape with the arms, you can always have the right hand relaxed down and the left hand also just on your side. Either way, whether you're in reverse namaste or not, you're going to start leaning the head more to the right shoulder. So whichever option feels better for you today. And then leaning towards the right shoulder, breathing into it, tuck the chin a little bit here. Relax the face, relax everything. Great. And then tuck the chin, bring everything back to center. If you're okay, still in reverse namaste, holding the hands like this, or you can hold opposite elbows behind your back, whatever feels nice. And then left ear to the left shoulder. Tuck the chin a little again. Right shoulder is just going to relax back somewhat to whatever degree is possible. Nice. And then again, if you want the open arm version, just the arms are going to relax next to you. Right fingertips are going to lengthen diagonally away. And you're just going to hang out, relax towards the left shoulder. So whatever feels good. I'm going to breathe here. Let me just end this weird thing. And I'm back, sorry. Great, couple more breaths like that. Nice. And then let's come on back to center. Let's take the hands behind the head and just with a gentle interlace, gentle resting of the hands against the back of the head. So we're not pressing at all, not pressing hard. Then we're gonna let ourselves take a few circles. So tuck the chin. Just gently lean the head back and then forward again. So whatever feels natural enough for you in this movement. Each time you lean the head back, let it relax into the hands. And do a few more like this. And then reverse the direction, just taking it to the other direction. As much fluidity as possible. Just finding that fluidity, even if there's restrictions or cracks and pops, just slowly, gently making these circles. Do a couple more like this. Great. And then in your own time, come back to center. We'll just rest the hands on the lap. Take a few more moments just in your seat. Let the seat relax towards the earth. Let the shoulders just let go to whatever degree. And take a few breaths into the whole body, just becoming present to the whole body in your seat right now. Great. And then we're going to come into Shavasana. So today for your Shavasana, if you have props near you, you can take a bolster under the chest and then, or a rolled up blanket under the chest, another one behind the head, maybe even some pillows under your knees. So whatever is going to set you up so that the chest gets to relax back and feel supported and open. And then the knees, if there's no more props at the moment, you can bend the knees and have the feet on the mat like the way we began. And then bringing yourself back, you can even turn your props so that they're a little higher and they meet you a little more helpfully. Whatever is helpful for you. And then the arms are just going to relax. Palms are facing up. And there's nothing else to have to do, just shifting so that every point of the body that's in contact with support feels somewhat even and distributed and easeful. Great. And then there's nothing else to have to do. Just over the next few breaths, allowing yourself with each exhalation to dissolve into support, to just let your body now just simply integrate your practice. It's a little magic time when all that juiciness, all of the different parts of the body and the organs, when they have been kind of exercised and oxygenated, and when they're producing and balancing and harmonizing all of those chemicals in the body to that place of equilibrium. There's nothing else to have to do. Simply relax, simply absorb, and simply be. So take a couple of minutes like this. I'll let you know when Shavasana is complete. And if you have more time, feel free to stay in your Shavasana and just rest a little while more. And if you like to transition, taking your time to deepen the breath again and to lengthen out from every limb and to stretch along the whole body. Nice. And then to find your way to your right side. And transitioning gently from your side to any comfortable seat. And we'll meet in your seat with the eyes softly closed and the palms together at the heart. Then we'll chant Om to ripple out the benefits of our practice to the rest of the world. And so with that intention, drawing a breath in together. And bowing towards our hearts and to each other. Namaste.